Her name is Birst, created by the daughter of Shane Hickey and redesigned by the Overwatch team. He's Kasi and I'm Raikami, and we're here to figure out what abilities Birst would have and how they would work in the Overwatch universe. Included with Birst's design, Shane's daughter gave a quick description of her abilities. She can jump really high, she can fly with her wings, she can shoot lasers from her suit, her weapon is a boomerang, she can heal herself on kills, and she carries a healing kit. Be sure to let us know your ideas for her abilities in the comments below. So, here's what I was thinking, right? This character Birst, I'm thinking her left click should be she can throw a boomerang, and it does damage on close to medium range. So probably like Soldier 76, right? Like at far distance, her boomerang can't even go that far for one thing. So it'd probably be more like the range of Roadhog's chain hook or hook chain or whatever it's called. So probably that same distance, but it does more damage.
Maybe give it a slightly more distance than Roadhog's chain hook.
And yeah, well, no, for like as an idea, right? Roughly that distance.
And maybe give it on the right click, it detonates and damages all enemies with a certain radius.
Or, she could right click and fire lasers. Like Shane's daughter said that she can fire lasers from her suit. So right click and it fires like a laser tripwire kind of thing from her suit, from where she is to her boomerang. Just this line, and anyone that gets hit by it or runs into it while it's connected, it just takes massive damage.
Maybe, but question: where would the lasers fire from?
Her suit. Like if you look at her design, right, she has little cone things on the side of her head, on her shoulders, and on her hands. There's little like glowing spots for where potentially lasers can be.
That could work.
That's what I was thinking. Her shift ability could be like a gas glove that she could attach to someone and blind them for like 1 second. Now, while blinded, they're not stunned. So if you blind like a Bastion, they can still, the Bastion can still like shoot down everybody, but he can't see where he's aiming. So let's say, well, Sky Industries, there's a Bastion sitting on one of those rotating platforms. He sets up there, Burst runs in, blinds him. Now his aim is thrown off because the platform's moving and he doesn't have like a visual bearing to compensate for that, for like the movement, the change, right? And then now the entire enemy team can push through a lot much easier. That 1 second doesn't sound like a lot, but it'll make a difference.
Yeah, because in the right situation, if you can blind the right enemy, you just wipe them entirely out.
Yeah, so it'd be probably like Zenyatta, who has to have line of sight to put his healing orbs and Discord orbs up, right?
Or McCree during high noon.
Yeah, McCree during high noon, you can interrupt his ultimate. It won't stop it, but it shaves 1 second off, and all his thingies have to retarget.
Yeah.
On a side note, Blizzard, please make it so that McCree's little tumbleweed can kill somebody. If they if McCree's high nooning and someone runs behind him and this tumbleweed just hits them, they get stunned or something. I think that would just be hilarious.
I think that they should give it to where they get flattened like they just got crushed by a steamroller, all Looney Tunes style.
What is this, Bugs Bunny? Alright, back to the topic.
Yeah.
Her E ability, I think, should be throw a gas bomb in a target area. So any allies in that area can get healed. So kind of like Soldier 76's healing zone. But this heal zone can also damage enemies if they touch it. So if throw it down in a checkpoint, buff your allies, damage the enemy. You're performing both roles.
Yeah. It could work. I'd say her passive is that she can jump significantly higher than most other characters.
Use her wing slitter, jump really high, so probably a little bit higher than Genji can jump. Maybe a better description, half the height of what's her name? Pharah. Half the height of her jump.
Pharah's little jet jump. Half of that.
Yeah. About half that height, and then she can use her wings to glide from one area to another.
Yeah.
Here's a fun thing, right? Her ultimate ability, she said that she has lasers on her suit. So I'm thinking, okay, this is mainly because I was playing Metroid a little while ago. Her ultimate should be a hyper beam. So her ultimate charges up. She I don't know, I guess you could say she puts her hands together or something. and it just fires this massive beam. Like think of like the Iron Man Unibeam, but much bigger.
Well,
Fires that out in a straight line in front of her.
well, what about the ring on top of her head? That.
Yeah, you could use to make
Like,
it fire
like,
at the ring.
here's what I'm thinking. All the gas that's around her in her vicinity gets sucked up into the ring and starts spinning at a high speed, charging up as she charges up the beam.
Yeah, okay, that works. And it just fires this beam. So I'm thinking it's like a narrow but straight line, like
Yeah.
a wide straight line shot that goes really far, and it just like does massive damage to anyone caught in it.
But question, can she aim it? Like, can she move it, like, in a conical direction?
No. I think she can, like, she'll probably have, like, the same aim control as Reinhardt does with his charge. So you can, like, tilt it slightly, but not, like, a full, like, you can't just spin it around and just take out someone
Yeah,
behind
you
you.
can't move it up or down either. You can only move
That'd be overpowered, right? Because then you just stand in a corner and just completely, like, sweep the point and just clear it out completely.
Oh, yeah. What about her shift?
Her shift ability is the gas cloud, where she blinds somebody.
Oh, no, that was her E. Oh,
Her
yeah.
E was allies, the healing zone.
Oh, yeah.
Her, another thing she could do for E is maybe a shielding zone. Shield zones. What do you think about that?
It could work, like, okay, so for her abilities, I was thinking her shift ability could be a platform she could create. So basically, she can jump up into the air, create a platform, she and one other ally can stand on, and attack enemies down below.
Would the gas cloud be a solid object though? Like, could people shoot through it, or would it be like Reinhardt's barrier and you can't shoot through it, but you can destroy it? So like, have a bash and just shred the platform.
That's a tricky one. Well, it is a cloud, so we might want to take some real world that, so...
If we're gonna take real world physics into it, you wouldn't be able to stand on it.
Yeah, that is...
It and probably get rained on by
Yeah.
Farrah with her justice from a tub.
Okay. So yeah, you can't shoot through it, but it does have a health bar. And also,
Okay, if it's got a health bar, then how long does it stay out? Or does it just stay out until it's dead?
I'd say stays out until it's dead or Birst dies.
Okay, that works. And I guess imagine David, to balance that, you'd have to make it so that the cooldown doesn't start until after the thing dies,
Yeah.
or until Burst dies or whoever.
Yeah. That could work.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What about her ultimate? I'm thinking the hyper laser.
I'm thinking an AoE gas cloud fog. So basically, she throw down the two orbs that she has floating above her head, and then they spin in place wherever they land, and create a giant AoE gas cloud that heals allies and damages enemies. But the
Call
thing,
it fog storm.
yeah. But I was thinking, but the downside to it is that allies can't see whoever's in the cloud, along with enemies can't see who's ever in the cloud. So it's basically fog.
Okay, but then that would just make her. No one would want to use her ultimate because it's good. It would just completely put the team at a disadvantage. It would negatively impact your team.
Not if you do it to where like you have all the enemies at a choke point, blind them, everybody gets out of the bubble, and then they just start shooting in whenever an enemy tries to go into the cloud.
Yeah, but see, that would depend on everyone having perfect coordination. With a game like Overwatch, where everyone just jumps into quick play, unless you're in a group, like a 6-team group, right? You're not going to have that benefit. I think what your idea would work, just minus the blinding of your allies. The point of an ultimate is to benefit your team, right? It shouldn't have to. It shouldn't negatively impact your team too. No one else's ultimate does that.
Yeah.
I mean, Mei does that with her wall, but that's just people being annoying with her wall.
Yeah. Anyway, I'd say for her E ability, like a gas spike surge. And basically
A gas spike surge.
basically that's not the best name for it, but she slams her hand onto the ground and a gas spike erupts from the ground and damages enemies that are in it. Call it gas leak.
I see.
Gas leak.
Gas leak.
Yeah.
I like the idea, but it wouldn't make any sense for like a random gas cloud to emerge from solid ground.
No, I mean like the ground cracks underneath and then gas erupts.
I don't know, just looking at her design, like having that amount of power to crack the ground doesn't really seem like something Burst would have. I like the idea, so maybe
The reason I
instead.
say that is because of her gloves, the glowing fingertips.
Yeah, but like take Reinhardt for example. Reinhardt has a massive hammer that can fracture the ground, right? Everyone has more than just a pair of gloves. I'd say I like the idea. Maybe if she puts like slams her hand into the ground and then starts like
No, I got
um
it. I got it.
pulling gas, she starts pulling gas in around her, and that does damage to anyone caught in it.
No,
It'd
I
be
got.
like based AOE, but in reverse.
No, I got it. Change it out so she tails her bang into the ground, and it surges gas into the ground.
Like some kind of bladed club.
I have to throw that
Yeah,
out.
that could work. That is, I could see her doing that, but that doesn't really seem like. What would that be? Her ultimate?
Maybe.
I feel like that sounds like something that would be an ultimate.
Yeah, that does.
I can't see Burst going around shattering the ground all willy nilly.
True. Yeah. Actually, yeah, that. Okay, maybe scratch off the AoE gas cloud thing. Healing
And
thing.
make it the ultimate.
Yeah, gas leak.
Yeah. Okay.
How would she fit into the story of Overwatch? What's her origin story, and how does she fit in general?
Her origin story will probably be she's okay. So here's what I was thinking. She's from Australia. Australia was hit with the Omnic or their Omnic crisis, and there's a big explosion that irradiates the land. And they created the Junkers, like Roadhog and Junkrat. So what if she was one of them? But she wasn't a Junker. She was an Australian that survived that catastrophe. Didn't get irradiated. Her father is an Overwatch agent, and uh, she doesn't know what happened to him since Overwatch has disappeared, and now she doesn't know what to do. So she joined Overwatch to try and find her father.
Yeah,
So when Winston initiated that recall, Burst is going to make her way back to Overwatch.
yeah, that could
Maybe
work.
she probably like hitches a ride with like Genji or Hanzo, not Hanzo, Zenyatta or Tracer. We'll
One
say
of them.
she probably looks up to Tracer because of all her blinkiness.
Interesting way to put it, but that could work. Okay.
So, in all, here's what I think Burst should be. Her name is Burst. Her left click throws a boomerang, and it has a range of close to medium, about the same as Roadhog's chain hook. It fires lasers from where Burst is to the thrown boomerang and does massive damage to anything caught in between. Her shift ability will be that she can attach a gas cloud to an enemy player and blind them for 1 second. Her E ability would be to throw a gas bomb to a target area, allies in the area get healed, and enemies are damaged. Her ultimate will be that she fires a hyper laser from her suit with like a medium wide width with a very long range. Like tilt it slightly, but she can't do a full on aim. Anyone caught in that, it just gets annihilated. Similar to Hanzo's dragons, but much narrower.
Yeah.
And for passive, that she can jump really, really high and use her wings to glide.
What about stats? Like, how much health does she have? Fast does she run?
I think her run speed should be the same as anyone else's. Um, Her health would really depend on, I guess, what role she plays. Would she be offense or defense? I feel like, with at least with the way I think her ability should be, she'd be more of a defense character. Just because of the way she can her abilities work. She's more CC, right?
Yeah.
She can blind, she can put down kind of damaging areas, so her health would probably be 200 to 250.
Yeah. I'd say she's more support, but teetering between that and offensive defense.
Well, that's been our take on the character Burst, designed and created by Shane Hickey's daughter, who we still don't know the name of. um, Hopefully, Shane, if you're watching this, I hope your daughter feels proud about her drawing. It was really well done, and I hope Blizzard makes it into a character. Make sure to leave in the comments your thoughts and ideas on this character.
Like, comment.
And remember to rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you want to see videos similar to this one.
See ya.
Her Birst is named and created by the daughter of shit. What? What? What?
Her Birst is name?
Son of a Birst and created by the daughter of Overwatch Hickey. What the? Her name is Birst and created by the daughter of Shane Hickey and redesigned by the Overwatch team. He's Kaze and I'm Rayhami. Fucking Christmas ham.
Come on. Okay.